So, you're a tech innovator. You've got a brilliant idea, maybe even a working prototype. This is for you. We're going to break down step by step how you take that incredible concept and actually build a real thriving business around it. All right, let's get real. You've probably spent countless nights coding, tweaking, perfecting your creation. The tech is solid. It might even be revolutionary. But then you hit a wall and ask yourself, now what? That's the huge question we're tackling today. Because here's the thing, a great product on its own isn't a business. Not yet anyway. You need a structure, you need a mission, and you definitely need fuel to get it off the ground. So let's walk through those first absolutely essential steps on this journey. Okay, let's dive in.
First up, Act 1, the spark. Before you can build a business, you gotta know what a business is. And believe me, it's way more than just your idea or your awesome piece of code. A business isn't your app, it's not your algorithm, it's the whole system around it. Think of it as an engine designed for one thing, the continuous exchange of value. You're solving a problem, satisfying a need, and in return, you generate wealth. And you know what? Every single business, whether it's a food cart on the street or a global tech giant, runs on the exact same core engine. It's about regular transactions, all aiming for profit. And this is a big one, it always involves risk. This is the machine you're about to build.
Okay, on to Act 2, the blueprint. Now that you know what a business is, you have to give it a legal shape. You can think of it like choosing the right software architecture. Are you building a quick monolith or a scalable set of microservices? This choice determines everything about how your company will run and grow. And this is an absolutely critical decision. It's not just boring paperwork, I promise. This defines who owns what, who's responsible when things go wrong, and just how big your venture can ever get. You really want to get this right from day one. So here are your basic options. A sole proprietorship? That's your monolith app. It's just you, it's super fast to set up, and you call all the shots. The downside, you are responsible for everything. A partnership brings in co-founders to share the load and the skills. But now, decision-making is shared, which can get complicated. Then you have the company. This is your microservices architecture. Yeah, it's more complex to set up, but it's built to scale. It can raise huge amounts of money, and, this is the most important part, it protects your personal assets. Okay, let's just pause on this for a second because this is the single most important concept on that last slide. Unlimited liability means if your business goes into debt, creditors can come after your personal car, your apartment, your savings, everything. A company structure creates a legal shield between you and the business. Your liability is limited to what you've invested. It's a game changer. All right, you've got your blueprints. Now for Act 3, the mission. This is about defining your company's prime directive. What is its ultimate goal? And trust me, it is not always as simple as it sounds. This leads you to a huge strategic choice that every single founder has to make. Are you building a business to be as profitable as possible, right here, right now? Or are you playing the long game? Are you focused on growth, on capturing the market, even if it means you don't make a profit for years? The classic model, the one everyone thinks of, is profit maximization. It's really straightforward. Every decision you make is about making the most money possible, period. You can think of a big traditional company that's totally focused on those quarterly earnings reports. But then there's Belmore's theory, which is basically the startup Bible. Here, the main goal is just maximizing sales revenue. It's that growth at all costs mindset. Think about Amazon in the early days. They didn't care about profit. They cared about one thing: market dominance. And finally, Morris's theory gives you a more balanced path. It's all about sustainable growth. You're not just trying to grow your sales like crazy. You're making sure your financial foundation, the capital you have, is growing at a similar, healthy pace. This is how you build a strong company that's meant to last. And that brings us to our final act, the fuel. You've got the idea, you've got the blueprint, you've got the mission, but to get that engine running and keep it going, you need capital. So let's talk about the fuel for your new enterprise. When you boil it all down, there are really two main ways to get funding. With equity, you're selling a piece of your company, shares, to investors. They become your partners. They share in the risk, but they also share in the rewards. With debt, you're just borrowing money. You don't give up any ownership, but now you have a creditor who has to be paid back with interest, no matter how the business is doing. Now, for a tech startup like yours, the world of funding looks a little different. You'll hear about venture capital, or VCs. These are firms that invest big money in high-growth companies. You'll hear about angel investors, who are wealthy individuals that get in on the ground floor. And of course, the ultimate step for many is the IPO, where your company goes public and raises massive capital on the stock market.
I love this quote because it just perfectly sums up what a company really is. It's a team effort. It's a bunch of people bringing together their money, their ideas, their work, all for a common goal. It ties everything together: the idea, the structure, the mission, and the funding. So, there you have it. Your brilliant idea, that's the spark. But turning that spark into a roaring fire, that takes a blueprint, a mission, and the right kind of fuel. The choices you make right now will define everything that comes next. So, which path will you choose?